I am flat out amazed at how regular people think that they don't need to learn how to shoot a gun or learn how to protect themselves unarmed against any type of disaster that could come their way. I'm just amazed. That's why it's called self-defense. I think that most people feel like after they get out of high school, nothing bad is ever going to happen to them again. Period. That they're, and it's not true. And this is opposed to the self-defense nuts and gun nuts who seem to think that violence lurks around every corner. But at least those quote-unquote gun nuts, self-defense nuts, at least they're preparing to protect themselves. Most people, I really think that we just walk around and we think that if somebody tries to kill us, the cops are going to just pop up like genies and protect us. And that's not true. That's why it's called self-defense. You have to learn how to protect yourself. Of course I'm talking about the thing that inspired this is the tragedy that happened down in South Carolina at the historically black church. Now, you may think this has nothing to do with Taekwondo, but it does. Because the weapon that you're supposed to use for Taekwondo is the gun. That's right, the gun. From what I've read, Taekwondo doesn't necessarily teach weapons in class because they assume that if you're going to pick up a weapon to defend yourself, you're going to use a gun. And the hand-to-hand techniques that you learn are for if you dropped your gun. It's a last resort. So I think that you should learn how to shoot a gun. And I would like to see, people are going to hate me for saying this, I would like to see at every church across America, I think that they should all have either off-duty police officers, heck, even on-duty police officers, or their own private security force at the church, standing there to protect you, so that something like that doesn't happen again. Have them standing there, bulletproof vests. Hey, metal detectors would not hurt my feelings at all. Wouldn't hurt my feelings at all. If you have to check up an extra collection to pay for it, I'll pay it. Don't mind that at all. And people wonder why I train. A lot of people look at me and say, "Oh, you're a big guy. Why you even do martial arts? You must want to bully people, right?" No. I'm sure some instructors I've gone to in the past, and I'm not going to name specific names, but I think they may have thought, "Oh, this guy wants to come in here and just learn how to beat up on people," right? No. I want to be able to protect myself and the people I love from someone who might try to come in there and randomly shoot people. Now, do I think that I can kick a bullet out the air? No. But you never know. Something like that had happened and I was there. I might have been able to stop the guy or help stop the guy, help other people get away or something. I probably could have gotten hurt in the process. But hey, at least I would stop the person from hurting everyone. That's one of the reasons why I train. Because I know there are people in this world that either don't like me for whatever reason that I can't control, or they're in a bad state of mind. We like to act like evil doesn't exist. I think it's politically incorrect to say the word evil. I really do. That's the impression I get from the media, that you can't say that somebody's evil, and you can't say that something is evil, or that evil even exists. Probably because if you have to say that evil exists, then you might have to say that if there's evil, there might be a devil, and if there might be a devil, there might be a God. And we can't say that because that offends people. And I don't like to use the excuse the devil made me do it. I think that there are just some people that are evil. And I don't like to blame it all on mental illness either. I think some people are just flat out evil, whether they're mentally ill or not. Because not all mentally ill people go around killing folks. So, if your martial arts instructor is not teaching you how to use a gun, it's not necessarily because your instructor doesn't know. Because I know how to shoot. It's because I teach out of community centers. I don't think the community center is going to let me set a target up in the back of the room and then let people just unload it, right? No, the community center is not going to do that. So you can go to a gun range. If you have relatives that can teach you how to shoot, you can get them to teach you how to shoot. Okay? Learn how to use a gun and learn how to fight without a gun, because there's some people that go, I'll just shoot them. Don't be one of those. Don't be one of those, oh, I'll just shoot them people. No. Don't be one of those, I could never shoot anybody, any people. No. Learn how to shoot. Learn how to not shoot. Learn how to be aware of your surroundings. Pay attention to your environment. And you know what? Trust your gut. Even if your gut and your instincts are politically incorrect. If something seems wrong, you think somebody's off and there's something wrong with them, it just might be. Now, of course, if you think everyone's off and they turn out not to be, then probably you're the one that's off. But if you're not the one that's off, trust your instincts. So the only thing I can teach you how to do is protect yourself unarmed, because that's all I'm going to be allowed to do with the community center. And one more thing, I want to make this clear to people whether you know me or not. When I bring up self-defense, I'm not just trying to get you to come to my class. I'm not. I'm thinking about you. That's why as the years go on, I talk about it less and less with people who I know aren't involved, because you obviously don't care about your own safety. I care about your safety. You obviously don't care about your safety. You think you can talk your way out of every situation on earth. Just because you can talk your way out of most situations don't mean you're going to be able to talk your way out of every situation. So, learn a martial art, preferably if you're near me in one of the classes I'm teaching. Learn some martial arts, take a self-defense class, learn how to shoot a gun, and then learn about things like de-escalation and avoidance to try your best to avoid situations that you could be harmed in. And there's still that, even all that together is still no 100% guarantee, because we live in a flawed world and there is no perfection or heaven on earth. That's just the way it is. I think the Tao Te Ching talks about there's no heaven on earth. Okay? And the Bible teaches us that if we're looking for heaven, that's going to have to come in the hereafter. What we can do is keep ourselves as safe as we can. Right now, everybody's prayers and thoughts go out to the people in South Carolina right now, okay? And Mr. Cecil Washington, the instructor for Cecil Martial Arts. Shaking my head, just not feeling good about what's happening and about how we refuse to protect ourselves. Oh, one more thing. The cops can't protect you all the time. They're only human. And don't say it's just because they're racist and they don't want to protect you. No. Whether they're racist or not, they can't protect everybody at all times. It's impossible.